What's up, peeps? Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 best and most overpowered weapons in Warzone Season 2 Reloaded as of right now. Again, this is going to include everything from long-range weapon beams with 0 recoil to the most aggressive guns you can use in Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into this video. So for the first one, we're going to start with one of our long-range weapon beamers, and this is going to be an XM4, but it's going to have a little bit different attachments than the one that you're used to. For the muzzle, we're going to be running the suppressor, again, because we want beams, but we also want to be a little aggressive with this gun. Next up for the barrel, we are going to use the task force. This is one of the most important attachments for that no recoil on the XM4. No laser on this one. For the optic, we're going to be running the actual 3 times, no stock, no rear grip, and then for the magazine, this is your choice. You can go with the static 60 round mag, but again, we're going with a little bit more aggressive. So for this one, we are going to be choosing the 45 round mag instead of the 60 round mag. And then for the underbarrel, I did try using the bruiser just for a little bit more mobility, but the field agent is still the way to go. And ladies and gentlemen, this is your best XM4 setup. Next up, we got the RAM7, which is one of the guns that I thought I would never talk about, but once you learn that recoil pattern, trust me, this is one of the absolute beamers in Warzone and destroys armor within a matter of seconds. For the first one here, for the muzzle, we're going to be dropping in the monolithic suppressor. Next up for the barrel, pretty important, we're going to go with that FSS Ranger. Next up, no laser on this one. With the optic is where things get a little bit interesting. No VOK on this one. I already made a video on this, but I did use the Corp Combat Hollow Sight. Give the Corp Combat Hollow Sight a try and you'll see the difference that it makes. No stock on this one, no perk, no rear grip. For the magazine, we are going to go with the 50 round mag, and then for the underbarrel, we are going to go the best one with the Commando foregrip. And just do be aware, this one does kick really high to the left, but like I said, once you get that recoil pattern adjusted, it's a complete beamer. Now for weapon number 3, we're going to go with the aggressive side of things. The JAK 12 that I'm about to show you guys is what I truly believe that is the close range weapon meta right now. There is nothing that can beat this JAK 12 up close. So now for the first attachment, we're going to go with the muzzle. This one, the best one, is going to be the Force Tac Martyr. Here we're going to use everything for the max range, which is what makes this gun really powerful. Next up for the barrel, we're going to go with the last one, the ZLR J3000 Torrent, which gives us the damage range and the tighter pellet spread. Next up for the laser, this is a shotgun, so we're going to be running the 5 milliwatt laser. No optic, no stock on this one, no perk, but we are going to be adding a rear grip, and that's going to be the last one, the stippled grip tape, giving us aim down sight speed, but also sprinter fire speed. Next up for the magazine, pretty important. A lot of people like running the 32 round mag, but this just makes you super slow. I believe that the 20 round jumps is just good enough ammo to take down a bunch of enemies, and it doesn't make you as slow. Just again, do be aware this weapon's going to be a little bit on the slow side. And as well, to truly unlock this weapon's potential is not with the hipfire, but actually when you ADS with the shotgun, you truly do become an unstoppable force that no one can stop. Now let's go into another aggressive one. This one, just like the JAK 12, is one of my most precious loadouts. This AS44 is going to destroy everything that gets in its way. Trust me when I tell you, not only is it aggressive, it's a complete beamer. For the muzzle, we are going to be going with the recoil booster. Next up for the barrel, we do want that recoil help, so we're going to go with the first one that gives us highly accurate and no recoil. Next up for the optic, I love running my Night Arm Model 47 on these guns, so that's the one we're going to be running. Next up, the secret for the stock. A lot of people like choosing this one because it says accuracy and recoil during sustained fire. But the secret attachment for this one is actually going to be this one, the ZAC 12A, completely eliminating that horizontal recoil control, and that is what we want. Next up for the perk 1, super important, we're going to be running with that Gung Ho. Next up for the perk number 2, we want this weapon a little bit faster while ADSing, so we're going to go with the last one, the On Hand. Next up for the rear grip, we're going to with another recoil help on this one, so we're going to go with the polymer grip. Next up for the magazine, I did take a look at which one had the best TTK, and it was actually this one, the .30 Russian Short 60 round mag, and that's the one we're going to be using. Next up for the ammunition, we're going to be using the Lengthen, providing us extra bullet velocity. Next up for the underbarrel, again, we do want a little bit more recoil help, so we are going to be running the M1941 hand stop, providing us the best of vertical recoil control. And ladies and gentlemen, this, like I said again, it's a force that cannot be stopped, and it is one of the most overpowered and fun weapons to use in Warzone. And you already know this can't be a top 5 meta loadouts without me showing you the best sniper. Now I do love the Swiss, but I just feel that extra aim assist you get with the Kar98 has been feeling super good. So jumping on with the attachments for the muzzle, we're gonna go with the monolithic suppressor. Next up for the barrel, we are gonna go with the last one, giving us the best range and accuracy. Yes, you can create your Kar98 as a quick scoping one, but again, just for overall use, I found that this one's still the best one. For the laser, we are going to use attack laser. If you guys do not have this, this is a must. I mean, this significantly increases the ADS time. I don't know how people can still have the incorrect Kar98 like super slow. For the optic, do not select, for the love of God, the variable zoom scope, especially if you are in rebirth. That just really grinds my gears. So we're gonna go with the sniper scope, and do yourself a favor, go to customize, go to reticle, and please just do not use that first one. It's just atrocious. And not only that, you're covering a pretty big part of that scope, which is in the middle of the scope where you're usually aiming at people's head, and this triangle gets in the way of that. And then next up, a lot of people ask, is the stock better or is the rear grip? And actually the rear grip, the stipple grip tape, actually provides you way better benefits than the stock. So we're gonna go ahead and run this one. And just for a little added bonus, I am gonna show you guys the secondary pistol that I run with every single one of my loadouts, and a lot of people always love it. We're gonna have the agency suppressor. We're just gonna go max damage range with this gun. So we're gonna have agency suppressor for the first one, we're gonna have task force for the next one, and then for the laser, we're going to use the Ember sighting point, which again, it does give you 10% extra damage range on your gun. No optic, no stock. For the rear grip, we are going to go with the Serpent Wrap. And then for the magazine, we're going to go with the Salvo 30 round fast mag. Moving on, the perks that I use is I switched to Quick Fix. I switched to Restock. I've used all my life, so Restock and Amp. But the one I switched back was to Quick Fix because, again, remember, if you played up now, you will start regenerating that health, which is something pretty good. I've also made a switch from throwing knives to Semtex because Semtexes are super overpowered. I cannot stress this enough. The explosion damage, and now with Restock being that you get them every 25 seconds, it is a no-brainer. You should run these instead of throwing knives. And also, again, unless you have a really fast, like max mobility Cold War SMG, you can still run stims. But most of the time, I love running snapshots. Snapshots is the new way to go for me. Like I said, you get them every 25 seconds. And again, don't underestimate the range of the snapshot, because it is fucking crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, those are my top 5 meta loadouts with my lethal, tacticals, perks, and secondary weapon. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.